one-shotting illusions. When you get the shard, which is something we might see this game, you can just clear the illusions easier after you drain your ward. Brewmaster also, you know, the Dispel eats the illusion, so a lot of different forms. Even the Pango last pick, right? Tons of different things to just be able to try to address this Terrorblade, but you know, it's not just a Terrorblade. There is a lot of other things that they do have in their draft. They have this Marcy Visage combo that I've seen more in China, I believe. At least just the power that it has with sidekick familiars. You'd sound stupid, but it's insane, the carry potential that even comes from there. And finishing up with a Void Spirit. So a lot of different scaling potential on into the Breach, but a bit more team fight, I would say, on the side of DGG. And, you know, the last two games, sure, it was kind of the carry hero that determined who was going to win, but it was also who had more team fight as well. So let's see. I mean, this one looks like it should be a pretty fun matchup.
And it feels, you know, for Supreme, as you say, this last pick is nice. They don't have the catch, right?
No, they have no stun.
Only really looking at Blink Rolling Thunder. That's going to be the big thing that they will inevitably set up onto him. But other than that, Supreme's going to be all over the place. Obviously, a plus for DGG. They've got kind of some beefy heroes.
They do.
Heroes that are going to be able to survive through the combo of a Void Spirit. And
they have Pugna Ward, right? Like this hero kind of disappeared for a little bit, but the damage reduction is still pretty massive, especially when you're all spell damage, right? When you're something like a Void Spirit. If you get the Wraith Pact as well, too, I think that's what we've seen. The Wraith Pact, Nether Ward, and then Void Spirit's like tickling a lot of your lineup. So definitely something we'll have to watch out for. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Because both games, team that won the early game lost the mid and late game.
It has been the case in this series.
Right away, putting a ton of pressure onto Otaker. How do you say Otaker or Otaker, right? I keep saying Otaker.
I don't know. I used to be an Otaker kind of guy, but I think the panel was going to Otaker. Right. I mean, Otaker.
It's spelled Otaker. I should just say Otaker. Indeed. I'm stupid. Yeah. Okay. So TP, they'll send the Viper down bottom now to try to secure lane. And yeah, let's see how these end up going. Both teams kind of starting with the tri lane. Club will be okay. The other thing about the Monkey King carry in this matchup versus Visage, I've seen this a lot of, Lodi might just die.
I think he's tried to trade in a way that he can't. Yeah, he's dead.
You gotta be careful. Visage is the highest nuke in the game still. Yeah, quick though, the Mischief is actually really nice versus Visage in lane, so we'll have to keep eyes for that, how much Pleb is able to dodge.
And you did sort of like the decision overall to run the Monkey King as the carry with the way that the draft went. Because obviously picking it first, they have flexibility.
Yeah.
But after they'd seen, you know, sort of what DGG had, into the breach and showed, they wanted Pleb back on the Monkey King.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's overall it's a pretty good hero. You'll be able to match up into a TB because you get this plus armor and you can itemize to deal with him, but I mostly just like that you can dodge. Dodging Soul Assumption is huge. Like if you're able to time it as these Monkey Kings, you can just change the whole matchup.
No, for sure. Also, just like the impetus is right, you know, if it's certain distance.
Yeah, nice try there. Hidaro going for a courier snipe with the sentry. Bit of an unused creep. This is a good one. It's actually a pretty good chunk of healing that does come out that Jibe does need. So should be just throwing out onto him. And Lodin.
He's gonna go down again here.
Ooh. That could be problematic. Pleb's now on his own for some time.
It's a couple of times now, just overestimating his capabilities as a Viper on this early level.
Because he's got the, he's got this poison attack that's usually very useful versus Visage, because how slow the hero is. But yeah, it's just playing too aggressive.
Yeah, that level 1 poison attack, it's not quite.
No.
Not quite. You got to hit that second point in it until you can really start going for those sort of moves.
And Kidaro, he's playing it really nicely on the side here. Even has the heal now, so he can offset a lot of that damage. Blightstone, everything adds up versus these low armor heroes like Viper. 1 armor, gets hit once or twice, he's negated.
And making sure he can't get those pulls off.
Nicely done. Pleb's still getting his farm, but getting slowed down a little bit. Taking a look at mid. I feel like every time I see this one, it's like the trade farm, because they both have the same mechanic of like shielding themselves. The shield crash in one function, the resonant pulse on the other. Just both absorbing damage. Another trade coming out.
And this time round might end a little bit differently. Oh, nice cut of the tree.
Still maybe going down though. But Lodin also gets very low. Okay.
And this time around it works. Be able to set up for Pleb to get a kill. To top lane. Gonna set up Ari. He's gonna get in on top of Owned-Me. Nice defensive Decrepify. Saved him from some of the right clicks from Otaker.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't really point that out, but it is a 5 position, well, the Marcy's playing in the lane with the TB as a 5 this time around rather than playing as a 4. Bit of an interesting switch up.
Yeah, I like it because you don't really want to be playing like the support Marcy into a Viper, I think.
No.
You know, this is much nicer having an Ench down here to trade.
And just pairing, I feel like Marcy with TB in the laning phase.
Yeah, you can get
really
kills.
Nice.
Yeah, you really can.
The movement speed he gets is pretty crazy.
Yeah, having a sort of a sped up metamorphosized Terrorblade in the laning stage is yeah, that could be terrifying.
Yeah. And later on, of course, Sidekick is going to be amazing when thrown on the TB, but that will be later. As mid, MTD actually goes back to base. Supreme.
All right. I mean,
Kadaro checked the bottom rune, so he took the water rune away and forced that to happen.
No, for sure, and I guess, yeah, really wants to have the mana up for when he hits the 6, so he can instantly look for a move. But back down bottom lane, you know, Pleb and Loading, for sort of the early 2 deaths that Loading gave up, is now 2 times set up for the kills now. So look, things looking a lot better for DGG on this bottom lane.
Yeah, and you look at Pleb's skill build, it's the farming skill build. He knows he's not going to be able to just like trade effectively with his Jingu or Boundless, so getting the farming, Primal Spring maxed out early on. So sure, his like last hits are a little bit sacrificed in this lane because he's playing versus these annoying heroes, but he'll be able to recover.
Yeah, well, of course, see what way he wants to go this game. I mean, I've got to imagine it's going to be Battle Fury or Maelstrom. I don't know if he's going to go for the Echo build and fight. I think he needs to farm.
That's how I feel as well this time around. He has the heroes that can fight already anyway.
So one of the 2.
I guess it depends also what MTD decides to go for also. Like, is he going to go Diffusal this game early? It's 99% of the time, of course, Diffusal, but also there's a chance where he maybe throws a Maelstrom into the works too.
He's going to try and... Yeah, I was teasing with Supreme in his end. He's not going to commit. Of course, Supreme has the steps. And Pleb... he should be able to walk this one off.
And he dodges it nicely.
Oh yeah, he's doing a good job down there. So those first few waves did look a bit rough. But now, evening it up.
Mid, they're both going to be toying with each other. It looks like the rune control is coming out a bit earlier for Into the Breach. DD.
Oh, it's going to be an Arcane. Nice grab there for Supreme. Won't look to use it now. Back down bottom, Loading. It's going to get caught out by the stun. Nice bit of micro there from Kadaro, and that will save him.
Supreme looking to connect.
Yeah, I know he's not going to come over, is he? It's quite a bit of a walk. Yeah, he's going to want to stick around the mid. In fact, he's going to look for the kill mid. MTD's already used the 2 Dispose. He has got the Rolling Thunder. The Dispose, is he able to get it off in time? He is. And he's so low. He's actually going to get out of there. Gets it off just in time, and he'll escape.
Did the Dispose throw him out of the Remnant beforehand, too? It looks like maybe the Remnant would have caught him, and then they could have maybe disposed. But yeah, maybe a slight mistake.
They wanted to get in and try and make sure he didn't get the chance to get the Rolling Thunder off initially, but indeed, meaning the post spells don't connect.
It's tough to land it perfectly as Jibe. So Lodin, even though he's dying, he's securing the lane for Pleb nicely.
I think Pleb's going to be happy. He's not going to be too upset with the deaths that Lodin's had in this early game. Pleb's top of the net worth. It's working out.
And he's maxed Primal Spring, so he can clear waves super easy.
He can try and clear heroes as well.
He also can. Even give him the high 5 to the tower.
Yeah, he is having a fantastic start this game. 4-0-0.
Fighting's not.
Corrosion's done.
Yeah, very dangerous lane to turn up to now, especially when Lodin is by his side.
And yeah, look, if you look, Mango has queued up Maelstrom, by the way, so maybe a bit of a switch up to see what build. Maybe he is going to go for fighting on Pleb.
Against the Terrorblade, right?
Of course.
The Maelstrom always feels nice to have early. Chance to clear through those illusions if you do look to make a move towards a Taker in his summons.
It is still just a bit rare, of course, from like the mid laner to not go for the Diffusal build because it does help you a bit with control, but if they want to just shut down TB super hard, you can get why he wants to go that.
Yeah. And they've got, you know, everyone else has got some slows control to offer up, so that there will be set up for when he looks for the rotations.
It's definitely going to be a hard one for Otaker to do compared to last time. Another power rune for Supreme. Pleb? Ooh, okay. Almost got his tree cut from a bird stun. We'll be okay though.
This will hasten my footfalls.
I want to try and find him here, but Pleb, it's going to be safe.
It's close. He cut the wrong tree.
And yeah, it's going to be the Battle Fury build for Pleb. I mean, it makes sense. I think he's more than happy to play the farming game against this Terrorblade, especially when he's had as good of a start as he had down here.
They will outscale, definitely, in this game if he does go for this build.
That's
with,
nice.
With the 3 heroes, with even like the 4 heroes that are good versus Terrorblade. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm usually not a fan of the Battle Furies, but this one I can definitely agree with.
Yeah. Mid lane. Quick catch on towards MNT. We'll see MTD trying to maybe set something up in return, but there's a lot of heroes here from Into the Breach. You get that disposed back. He did get a huge shield crash off, so indeed taking very little damage at all with that damage reduction. Katara trying to get in position where he gets bounced up to the high ground, but as it is, that will push him up there, but it doesn't matter. MTD with a shield crash AoE, it's enough to take him down. So he jump forward for Supreme in return, gets in on top of the Pango, will take out one, and probably get the second here. Lodine tries to run, but Jibe will catch him with the nuke. So, good reaction there from Into the Breach. I mean, MTD really tried to make that fight happen. Just didn't quite pay off. They had a huge amount of numbers into the breach in the mid lane, and it pays off. They get 2 kills.
Good rotation. Yeah, Jibe, I like that he moved away from the bottom lane, just looking to pressure the other ones. Because Plebs, you know, he can't actually contest versus the Monkey King. A nice move. And yeah, that's, you know, you killed the Enchantress, but it's a painful death
Losing
for
both heroes.
mid-Pango. And Taker. Well, he's just able to chill in the jungle. Sure, they're keeping tabs of him with a ward, but he's already starting to get that farm to catch up to the Monkey King.
And yeah, we're sort of what the Monkey King going the Battle Fury route. You imagine this is a game if you're Into the Breach where what you're getting, so those like 2 or 3 major items on the Terrorblade, and then you will be pushing.
Yes, absolutely. You want to be playing a bit more of this aggressive mode. And they do have a lot of buffs for him though, to be honest, right? Like it's like you have to always factor in the Marcy, how much the sidekick is going to be able to do later. But it's also dispellable too, and he's playing versus Brewmaster, so the Brew can cause a lot of problems. There's a lot of different counters, as we said, for...
I mean, and in that sense as well, do you think it's a game where he will get like an early-ish BKB in sort of those first 3 items to try and end with or push with?
He might have to.
You know what I mean, against these heroes.
He might just have to, because the Pango going for this Maelstrom and everything too, yeah. Definitely a possibility.
Supreme, of course, is going to be rushing the Aghanims this game.
Always really nice versus Brew and versus Pango. Just a little bit of disruption to their ults. That silence, of course, versus Brew will be great.
Yeah, and they will hit that timing because where they do have a pretty insane push. You know, they'll have a very good pushing power between the Terrorblade and the Familiars.
Yeah, and he's going to be going the usual Visage build too. You know, drums, boots the bearing, Vlads, etc. Some.
Yeah, they're working towards the timing here, Dai.
Yeah. Got to play around the ultis though. That's one of the biggest things too. They probably have to try to like bait some fights with like a Brew split and then look to run into the fights afterwards on the side of Into the Breach. Mari. Ooh. Nice little dispel.
Ooh, nice little juke as well.
Okay.
All right.
Is he gonna get away?
Nah.
Yeah. He's gone.
Yes, he is. All right. Lovely stuff there from Ari.
Fancy footwork. The little things coming into play there too, right? Like using the ult to dispel so that he can actually get the range to run away. Very nicely done.
That will be the Vestal done for Owned Me with that tower taken. See in the mid pleb, he's headed over here. He's got the first couple of swords. He's going to try and find the safest spots to farm in.
They should identify that he is going for that battle.
Yeah, this will definitely speed things up for them, I think. Or at least, you know, like, they'll probably keep to the plan that they're already doing, but I think they're going to feel good about it because they know there's going to be this time where pleb, in Battle Fury alone, surely it still offers fighting potential with the Wukong's command, but he will be vulnerable to being just focused and killed.
Yeah, he won't want to turn up for the most part. He might show up in some of the fights, but he'll be a lot weaker. It's DGG looking to get active with the Brew split. Clear them out of their jungle.
See if they can catch you, babe. There's a TB waiting up there. In fact, they're in with the jump. MTD's here. We get the Rolling Thunder off in time. I'll turn their attention over towards the Brewlings, see if they can take them down. But they've got to back off DGG. I was always going to be a risky move to make. They're trying to fight in the river underneath the triangle of Into the Breach. Yeah, Taker more than happy to stand his ground.
Shippe was able to distance himself nicely with the birds too.
See if they can do anything mid. Of course, Rolling Thunder on cooldown for a minute.
They did lose the birds, right? Yeah, I couldn't see it. I guess the brew wind dispel also does, you know, they are summons, so it does do significant damage to the Visage familiars too.
Trying to slow this down. See Ari jump in with the ultimate. He'll get the dispose. In fact, the 3-man stun there thanks to that dispose from Ari. And that'll be MTD burst out of the fight. Jibbe caught in the Wukongs. We'll have to run. See if they can chase him down. I mean, Logi's already picked up a couple of kills here. Jibbe, he's also going to go down with Pleb being able to slow him with the Primal Spring. Bit too deep of a dive there from Into the Breach. DGG, they turn up and they'll take him down. Even though they lose MTD at the start of it all, they find the cleanup.
Can be a scary thing to commit into. Even though there's no brew split, there's a Pugna ward that's dishing out some damage. There's just a lot of different things just kind of left on the floor there that you see from DGG.
I mean, they really went for it. Excellent dispose coming up here from Ari. But not quite the damage to take out MNT and Ownme. You know, these two are able to live. Omi's able to walk it off. And at this point, they may have got MTD, but they can't get anything else.
Good decrep, the defensive decrep saving the brew as well. Team's got to be careful how far they do overextend.
Yeah, and that fight involvement from Pleb pretty much just sped up his Battle Fury. He's got it done now, so solid timing hit. The Battle Fury Monkey King Pleb's going to be happy. 4-0-2, he's having a very, very clean start.
Level 13 as well, too.
Yeah.
Terrorblade has just hit level 12, but has a decent level advantage.
Now that fight was lovely for Pleb.
They did see him up here. They had a lane ward.
Yeah, seeing if we can find him, Pleb. Ari making it safely back down the lane.
And now they do have the familiars up too. That was the other thing in the fight too, as we mentioned. Ojibbe, he did lose the familiars before the fight started.
They're gonna go for Lodin. Pleb is here. Does he want to do anything about this? He doesn't. He'll let Lodin die. With the ultimate pop there by Ari. Doesn't want to get involved.
Mid lane. Bit deep. Yeah, there's another ward array placed down. Can't go for the aggressive play. Since the Ag's done, I think Supreme has it finished. So this could be very annoying for them to play into the Brew as well as that Pango. This could cause some problems.
The great game.
Let's see what they can do with this one if they want to go.
They have a really good timing right now for them. Even though I think meta is back up, so yeah, they could look to actually take a fight here on the side of Into the Breach. Even though they're playing into the Brew.
Yeah, they want to try and find this Monkey King as well, though. You know, Pleb, yet to die. I mean, safe to be set for a taker. Both carries have been sticking to some very safe farming patterns.
Dead even on net worth, too.
Yeah. Very nice and close. I mean, we saw the last two games. Whoever was sort of came out the laning stage in a better shape ended up losing the game. But this time round, it's kind of that close that hard to tell who's ahead. So we don't really know who's going to end up behind as the game goes on. This is a close one. Pleb with the setup from the tree.
Oh,
three-man boundless with the Wukong's down on the wall. They've got to run. Supreme, he's got to try and walk out of this one. Nearly dying to the Wukong's on his way out. See if they can chase for more. MTD. Both Ari and Supreme are low. And MTD won't quite go for them.
Do they? Okay, Shippy gets caught. I was about to say, do they all get away?
Don't you have a day
I'll get the trade out of it. But yeah, very close there. I mean, if they had sort of a +1 anywhere nearer, Pleb was he was about to have a sort of a fight of his life there 17 minutes in with the Battle Fury alone.
I'm shocked that they're able to walk away like that. But now a big window into the Breach. Don't have to worry about any of those big ultimates. Pleb
should be fine here. And he's going to have backup coming in as well. Oh, nice try with the Force.
Might get him killed.
Nice. No stun at the moment, so okay. Kadara is fine.
No brew split into the Breach. Probably pretty keen to fight right now with Supreme looking for something. Also finding another power rune. DD. Yeah, they're going to smoke. Definitely looking to play around those cooldowns. Rolling Thunder's back up in 10. They could get a pick off. They could go straight into Roche.
I mean, Pleb, if he shows that he's still around here, he's going to be pretty dead.
The Bruin's dead?
Turn their attention over towards him, but can they stop him from walking this off. No, they're scared about committing because backup comes in. 3-man Boundless Strike from Pleb again. Catching them in the Wukongs into the breach. They have to split. They have to run. So the chase from MTD in with the Rolling Thunder Blink. Catch on to Supreme, but no further lockdown to threaten him. And now he himself might be in trouble. They get the Remnant dragged back onto MTD. MTD tries to shield crash out to the side, but they're taking him down.
It's right around Roche too. Into the breach. They're probably considering it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They can definitely do this here with the, especially with the DD as well. And Supreme extra bit of punch to take this down.
Overcommitment from MTD again, just causing problems.
Dire's top tower is under
They're really gonna want to put a stop to this own me. 7 seconds till Primal Split. He came in a little bit too early. He's got the buyback though. So just trying to slow down this Roche, buy time for Split to come back online. It's back online now. They really don't want into the breach to get the Aegis. If they get the Aegis, they're going to be able to continue with the push at the timing they need to. Lodin, he stepped up to the pit. He's in trouble. The Dissimulate finishes him off. You'll see Onmi get into the pit. He's looking to try and contest the Aegis pickup. Radiant, they'll get the kill on Roshan, but Supreme will secure the Aegis for into the breach. And now DGG, they've got to try and run. Onmi's Brewling's coming to an end soon. As they'll surround him, there's no chance for escape. Or maybe with MTD. He's in with the Thunder. They'll take the Aegis out of the hands of Supreme.
But Pleb.
And Onmi, he's running. But the chase is there. Onmi will be taken down. We'll see Pleb as well lose his life. MNT, he'll try and bring down Ari with him with that life drain, but he hasn't got enough damage with that alone. 3 dead.
Ari played that fight at 10% HP the whole time, and he gets a huge grab, gets the dispose onto the Monkey King, puts him right into the middle of the Terrorblade. Huge swing now. That's exactly what they needed.
You saw, the desperation there for DGG. They knew how rough it was going to be if the into the breach were able to just take that rush, get the Aegis. I mean, at the least for them, they did take the Aegis quickly out of the hands of Supreme. But still quite a lead built up from that 5k jump up now for into the breach.
It's all like in result of what happened earlier, right? The overcommitment of the Pango, him dying, and then them feeling forced to take this fight. It's a good play from Ownme to at least not let the Terrorblade get the Aegis, but then it ends up being pretty good because Supreme has Aegis to respawn to be able to get all the damage out in the next upcoming fight.
And they're back in action. He's just killed MTD. Supreme was able to dive in. That's the Pango dead again.
Oh boy. Yeah, look at Ari. He sees his target, gets right onto Pleb.
Yeah, that's a huge one. Pleb as well, you see it down the goal, was just 200 short of having a BKB before this fight. Couldn't have been a better time for Into the Breach to take such an overwhelming team fight victory.
What a great game.
Yeah, when you're more just seeing him drinking out of this bottle is killing me.
I'm gonna Google that and see what it is.
It's ketchup. It's a ketchup bottle, but he's drinking water, it looks like. What was it called? Let's see.
I mean, yeah, it's 100%. It's a tomato ketchup brand. So yeah, drinking some ketchup.
He'll have to catch up in this game.
Yep. There we go again. Yummy.
Are scanning.
It doesn't stop. He's hooked.
Pleb. They know. The scan.
Oh, the familiar. Oh, another jump. And another. He has BKB, but he has no TP. It's gone cooldown.
He's okay.
Jump should be enough to get him away. They're trying, but indeed, he's already too far down the tree line.
Great aggressive plays from Into the Breach. Meta's back up, so they're very keen to get this push going here, bottom.
Tower is under attack.
Wraith Pact also finished, so
yeah, they're hitting
good amount of damage reduction.
They're hitting these timings. They're ready to really push it. Maybe not as much as if they were able to secure Aegis for Otaker.
Sure.
But still, I think they're going to be feeling strong, and they know that
Dire's top tower.
DGG are going to be feeling the pressure.
Supreme, another power rune as well to a DD. Finished the Kaya now as well. Even more burst. And yeah, DGG just has to be so careful about the next few situations where they use these ults. A misused Brew Split, a misused Pango Rolling Thunder, and
yeah, you're losing
high ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
E-Blade nearly done for Supreme as well. So adding to that burst. Because we will get to see next fight how much the BKB will change things up for Pleb. See if he is able to just survive and not get completely comboed out.
He needs the backup of his teammates though this game, who are starting to fall quite far behind, in particular Ownme, the Brew. Almost has Ags, though.
So we can go for here. Back into their jungle, Ari and Jibe. I know that Pleb likes to play around these parts.
Radiant
And he's got ridiculous cast range, of course, and catch range with the cast range on Ari.
Has been scanned out, so
Has been
Pleb knows that people are heading up it for him.
Time spent in the trees, though. Constantly have to hide himself. You see this Terrorblade continue to grow more and more.
Mirrors of my delight.
Now look to stick around for the next wave. And as it is, there's nobody around here to try for him.
Have to clear it quickly, though.
Oh,
Whoop.
should be fine. I mean, he has BKB TP, of course, if he feels super pressured.
He's being annoying. They kind of, it looks like they're maybe expecting him to show again, too. Look, Supreme's still in the
He wants
area.
to stick around for the next wave.
He's lingering. He knows how greedy he is.
Now, the thing is Pleb going to expect Supreme to be sticking around?
Let's see. Oh, he jumps into the Aether Remnant. Okay, he'll
It's
be
a
right.
little awkward. Now he's going to know that he can't stick around for the wave behind the tower. He'll have to take it down somewhere else if he wants it.
That was a bit spooky.
See? Over in the triangle, they're going for Kadara. Jibe, nothing that he could do to save. So they'll let Kadara go down. The rest of the team grouping back up around the mid.
And they get the D ward, and they also now have that Brew Aghanim.
And they know MTD has got that Rolling Thunder on cooldown.
He is very squishy as well, too, with this build. Any type of disable, and he's likely to die if he doesn't have shield crash reduction.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Supreme tries to get that jump in. Knowing that MTD had the ult on cooldown, they wanted to go for him.
Supreme now.
I mean, Omi's committed in with the split. They want to try and fight this, DGG. Pleb, looking to get in position. Wukong's is down. Be able to catch the Terrorblade. A lot of damage. Defensive E-Blade will keep the Taker safe. Has him to step out. Puts the BKB, stuns himself up to full HP, and a TP out will get him safely home. Jibe, on the other hand, probably going to get left behind here. Not a lot to be done to save the Visage. Supreme at the side. He's looking to maybe get back in for a pick-off. He still has Kadaro and Ari by his side, but not wanting to try and challenge DGG back in their jungle when they've got the full 5-man, unless they want to go for the pick-off on MNT. But MNT's got Pleb by his side. Pleb's going to jump in and we'll get the kill. Actually, maybe this is going to work out for Pleb. He's trying to stand his ground, trying to run down Ari. The Vestal from Omi probably going to cause the death unless the TP out in time will save him. Okay, he's fine. He's back in the fountain. Ari makes the quick call to back out.
We'll lose the birds, it looks like.
Now, Supreme and Kadara still hovering around here.
Not an easy kill to go for. Even though Brew
Nice.
doesn't have split, he's way too tanky if
I
he
mean-
gets the Cinder Brew off.
Pleb's got the BKB back up.
Yep.
And it's also
Dyer's top
pretty much got the
tower is
Aghanims
under
done.
attack.
This is always a scary thing, like playing the TB versus Brew. It used to be a hard counter pick versus TB a lot of times because exactly what happens. You pop meta, if you don't immediately pop BKB, you're thrown up in the air over and over again. And they can set up things like the Wukongs as we saw there. So they still have to play careful into this big team fight that DGG has, but right now, Brew split, only one of them is going to be available in the next 30 seconds, so could still see them look to set that pace when meta's back up. And he will have meta, and he'll have Scotty on the Terrorblade as well, too, so easier to focus fire these BKB cores.
See what we can go for here. MTD. Into the river.
Oop.
Quick dispose from Ari trying to save Kadara, and it will work. Gives him the movement speed boost as well. Kadara's able to run.
Did you see Kitaro's items as well, too, this game? He has a plate mail. Plate mail and Force Staff on the support Enchantress.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Again, with
under
the
attack.
Thunder used. Into the breach, jump back in. I guess there's what kind of physical we got coming out.
It's a lot. I mean, it's the Pango and the Monkey.
Yeah,
It's
Pango the
pretty
Monkey.
much it's the majority of it.
Yep.
He's got Shiva's queued up. I mean, I'm optimistic, but I like it.
Dreaming big here.
Catch.
He's going in for it. It's not quite enough even with the Astral Burst.
Dyer's current
the space for the rest of his team to take down another tower into the breach. So if they can get out there, because DGG there eyeing up the opportunities to try and chase for some kills.
The wind pan is dead already. Take was able to kill it.
He's back in. He's going to get the setup onto MTD. MTD's in trouble. He'll get the roll-up off. He has to dodge to the side with a swashbuckle.
Pleb, he's alone.
He's committed with the BKB in the ult, but there's no further catch he has to get out of it. It's not a fight for him to take.
Really nicely done from Otaker, actually. Like, he recognized immediately, oh, wait a minute, Bruce split, he threw me in the air, whatever. He focused fires the wind. And now, yeah, they have this meta. No Brewmaster split for 50 seconds. No Wukong, no BKB either.
Well, no, splits back up now. He's got the eye. Oh, wait.
No.
Oh, why does it show the green diamond at the top?
I don't know.
Wow. Anyway, back in action, Ari and Supreme will die off the defense here from DGG. They're holding on, making sure they don't lose any racks here for now. Into the breach is going to have to back away. Ambitious TP attempt there from Kadara. Won't work. DGG they hold. Into the breach, maybe getting a little too ahead of themselves there as they went for the high ground push.
Supreme is just pushing. He's trying to push the limits of his hero, but he gets caught this time. Just too far forward.
Now maybe opportunities to push back themselves, DGG.
Very back and forth game. Oh, Ocean, 15 seconds. They'll have a Brew Split available.
They do it pretty well, and they can control the pit.
They got Wukongs, they got Brew Split, they got Rolling Thunder.
The breach will be back up.
But no meta. So it will be pretty tough for them to fight in that area. I think DGG can get this one for free.
Let's have a look, see if we get any attempt from Into the Breach. No, they're teaming out to tier 2s. They're not coming out of the outpost, so unlikely by the looks of it that Into the Breach is going to go for some sort of full attempt to contest this.
And they see Jibba. Even though he's invisible with the Aghanims, they have the sentry down.
I mean, Supreme could try for a steal. You see MTD using the Thunder to keep the area covered. They've got the Boundless Strike off the side. Supreme, can he look for the jump in? He's not going to try for it. He doesn't want to take the risk. DGG, they'll get the Roshan. Aegis into the hands of Pleb. Ari jumps in at the last moment. Will be able to get himself back out after a failed attempt to try and snatch the Aegis. So get themselves away. Pleb also able to make sure they secure the shard from that drop. They get everything here, DGG. Ari, oh! Deep jump there for MTD.
They popped the meta.
I mean, they got loading. Can they get MTD there, the roll-up? Pushing him further and further away. Supreme's going to try. He's in with the grab. They're going to be able to catch him. The heal from MNT giving him some sort of safety, but not enough. This time the dive and aggression will allow them to chase out and take down the Pango. They're going to see if they can force out more. I mean, BKB and an Aegis is ready on Pleb. He'll put the BKB, look to protect the Aegis.
That's BKB cooldown, though. Oh, another throwback.
Back in. He's going to be able to reach in and get the catch up.
Oh my God.
He was not prepared for that one. We weren't. We were ready to look away. But Owns Me getting jumped again. I mean, that first sort of start there from Ari, he really started it off with that deep jump on towards MTD. And sort of Ari's initiation and aggression alone, that secured them the space to take the mid-bracks, maybe more.
Oh, Marcy, when you get headband and Aether Lens, you see the distance he's able to grab people from. So ridiculous.
Well, they'll come in with a buyback from MTD. But yeah, they got to watch out for Ari. If he sees any sort of opportunity to just get in and set up on you with these items, he's in there.
Yeah. They're playing they're pushing the limits of going for these catch plays when they know that anything's on cooldown, any of these big teamfight ultimates. And anytime they have meta as well, too, they're just looking for the next kill after that. Yeah, great job done there from Ari.
Yeah, they want to try and end it. They know they've got the lead, and they know that things could get a bit complicated if Pleb's able to get sort of another couple of items. So they want to keep this pressure on into the breach.
They're itemizing well. I mean, this might be the first time I've ever seen it, but it's Shiva's Guard finished on Enchantress.
He's loving life. He's having a great time at Kadara.
That has to be the first one ever. I mean, maybe
we've got an item timing on Shiva's for Enchantress. It's probably going to be a fair few minutes. That's the first time.
I'm telling you, there's no way. Cool.
New build. Oh my God, that Silver Edge just picked up, completed by Taker, and also the full boots of bearing from Jibbe. So really ready to push. I mean, DGG, they want to try and get aggressive with the Aegis on Pleb still. See what they can do here. Now look towards Shimmer, but the Familiar Stone's catching. He'll put the BKB. Otaker's doing a hell of a lot of damage to this Monkey King. They'll kite out. The WEU come off for now and Pleb. With the rain out, BKB is going for the TP out. They don't want to take this fight anymore.
MTD died. He got solo killed.
Wait, by loading? We got to see if it... where did that
No, by
happen?
Supreme.
Oh, by Supreme?
just
Okay,
blew him up.
Supreme, yeah, going with the combo.
Okay.
He doesn't have buyback.
He does
He
not.
brought back for the last defense.
And Meta is back up, Owen.
That might be game. They have Aegis on... I mean, Pleb's going to have a few...
He has no BKB, though.
But again, Ari's going to start the fight off with the setup onto the Brew. He's in, jumps Oneby. There'll be a defensive to Grandfather trying to help him out, but Oneby's gone also without buyback.
That just game.
That should be, unless Pleb can do something ridiculous here. But no, he can't. He's out. No buyback on him as well.
That's it.
That should be it. Onto the tier 4s here, into the breach. Three heroes dead on DGG, no buybacks available.
You see the suplex there too? He was jumping on the tree, gets grabbed out of midair and slammed into the ground from the Marcy.
Oh, here we go. Ancient exposed. Looks like they get some more kills out of it. Spoloni will be able to get back to the fountain. There it is, GG. Into the breach here. This series, it's theirs. 2-1.